Last time on Survivor. The game has begun as 20 of our favorite film characters came to compete in the greatest game on Earth, separated into two tribes, Sunset and Melrose. Things quickly fell apart at the Melrose tribe as they were the first to go to tribal council. The tribe was split, trying to vote out Oda Mae for her psychic abilities and Sacagawea for being an early threat. But because they were deadlocked, we went to Rocks, where the paleontologist Ellie, unfortunately, became the first casualty of the season.
Ellie, the game has spoken.
But it wasn't all fun and games on the Sunset Tribe as tensions rose between the two rockin' alpha males, Danny and Roderick.
Big generational differences there. One of them super into leather, the other one super into diapers.
They put their differences aside, however, to get out the Debbie Downer Cameron for the better of their tribe.
You can bring your torch. Cameron the tribe has spoken.
On the Melrose tribe, an alliance of 4 strong men formed, but quickly went array when the 2 headstrong men, Alan and Lieutenant Dan, got into a fight. They stuck together in the next vote, but lost their strongest member, Wanda.
What a shocker. What?
The Melrose tribe was in a cold war, deciding to get rid of Regina next, who was collectively on the bottom. The tribe switched up, however, into 3, with the new Mulholland tribe. Sacagawea wasn't picked for a tribe, but found an advantage instead.
Oh, she's a good finder. So,
yeah.
We'll see. And she finds it.
She finds it easy. It's easy for her.
Melrose went back to tribal, and after another spat with Danny and Roderick, the tribe cut Roderick loose. After feeling totally isolated in a game on a new tribe, his fight with Alan, and suffering through his PTSD, Lieutenant Dan decided to leave the game to better his mental health.
Lieutenant Dan quits the game as a result.
And that is just that's a heartbreaking event. I feel so terrible for Lieutenant Dan. He needed that money to fix his legs.
At the last tribal, the tribe decided to vote out someone who was also struggling through the last few days, Ratcatcher 2. Throughout the last 17 days, alliances have formed, and a love story even began with our own Mrs. Robinson, Janine, and Doc.
They had sex.
But tensions have risen as a result of the relationship. Will anything hold together? Now we head into the merge, where anything can happen, especially considering the advantages found by Sacagawea and the idols found by Oda Mae, Mrs. Kwan, and Zero. There's only 13 left. Who will remain to claim the title of Sole Survivor?
And we are merged, the beautiful Beverly Hills tribe.
Wow, look at this tribe.
This is a pretty cool tribe here.
Yes, it is. It's kind of neat to see some people back together.
Yes. Of course, Zero just lost Ratcatcher 2, our last pre-merge boot. He is a little sad about that, not seeing her as they all get together. But it's the merge feast time. It's time to build new bonds. And hopefully some repaired relationships can happen as well.
Yes, I'm hoping that Doc and Stifler's mom might be able to repair their bond. And I hope Hector can pull himself together so that his performance isn't dampened.
Yes. Do you see a winner pick going into the merge here?
The strongest candidates I can see would be Shaggy. Sacagawea, she's a little bit threatening, so that might put her in danger, but I still think that she's a great competitor.
I think
Mrs. Kwan
is
for sure, 100%.
And she's right in the center here. I think it's a sign.
I think it's a sign as well.
Oda Mae has kept her own. She can never be killed. She can never be going home. She won't become a ghost.
No, she won't. She won't.
Danny has avoided being the target. That's something a lot of people can avoid being eliminated, but not many people can avoid being the target.
Yes, and he's skirted by. He's had some close calls with a couple people, but he's doing okay.
He's doing okay. Wednesday's been floating.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't been wanting people. I don't think they want to talk to her, but they don't want to get rid of her either. She'll be deadly.
Yeah, she's deadly.
Okay, so let's proceed to the merge portion of the game. Zero has the idol, Mrs. Kwan has an idol, Oda May has the idol, and Sacagawea has an idol nullifier. So she can prevent one of these three from their idol being effective, which could create drama.
Mm-hmm. I wonder who she would use it on.
Mm-hmm. Now, Melrose, we have a 6 strength alliance with Stifler's mom. Oh, so Oda May and Sacagawea have brought in Jeannie.
Oh, yes.
Janine, yes. So again, powerful women alliance. This is I love this alliance.
I love our girl gang.
The girl gang. Yeah, girl bosses, all different life experiences coming together to do what Ellie Sattler, our first boot, wanted to do. And I think they're doing it for her.
They are. I think they are carrying the torch for her.
Because that was a very heartbreaking elimination between
I
these
agree.
two.
Far too soon.
Far too soon. Second chance season for Ellie for sure. So first ever immunity challenge. Castaways must swing around a pendulum through a statue. The statue tips over, loses momentum, or fall off their perch. They're eliminated from the challenge. Last person with their statue still standing wins. Stifler mom wins this immunity. Strong woman.
Excellent for Stifler's mom. I don't think she was in a lot of danger, but
No.
I'm glad that she has her immunity.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't raise a challenge threat from this, but very good to have an immunity necklace around your neck in any situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a 1 in 13 chance of winning this game to a 1 in 12 chance of winning this game.
Yep.
All right. So the Beverly Hills immunity idol, the secret advantage is currently hidden, and Sacagawea finds it.
Of course she does.
She finds everything. She hasn't found an idol, but she's found a vote steal. She's found a nullifier. You just need to give her a map and she'll go.
Who else but our favorite girl?
Exactly. This vote steal power can be used at 1 tribal council up to the final 5. Zero has the idol. Mrs. Kwan has an idol. Oda May has an idol. Sacagawea has the idol nullifier and the vote steal power. She is running this game.
Yeah, she is. She really is. She has all the pieces.
She should have went home first if they were smart.
I know. If they were smart, they would have got her out quick.
All right, some events. Alan has a major meltdown at the merge.
Oh, it's terrible for Alan.
Yeah, he's giving me a lot of Lieutenant Dan vibes here.
Yes,
I think he's just isolated.
I agree. He's feeling some isolation, and he just might be lonely. And
I think he's lonely. Yeah.
I don't think he's a very competitive person. I think he was in it for the friendships, and
this game isn't about friendships.
It's not about friendships, and maybe he's just a little bit too soft, a little bit too kind-hearted.
And you have to think Lieutenant Dan and him had a bit of a tiff, and then Lieutenant Dan left the game, and I think that sticks with Alan.
100%. He might feel responsible for that, and he might feel guilty.
He could have
carrying
blown
that
right
around.
up. We remember in Jumanji when he blew up at Peter and how guilty he felt.
Yeah, and he's not the type of guy who wants to be like that. So
yeah, I think
he might have some regret, and he might be feeling like maybe he doesn't deserve to be here.
Yeah, I hope he sticks around because there's a lot to love about Alan.
We love Alan.
Of course, this alliance, but Oda May decides to leave the Girl Boss Alliance.
Interesting.
Maybe she saw something coming that wasn't positive for her. Maybe she's seen the threat that Sacagawea really is. And the Beverly Hills Tribe Alliance. Shaggy, Truman, Marsha, Sacagawea, and Stifler's mom come for a power 5-person alliance.
And you know what? I love seeing Marsha and Truman slither their way into an alliance.
They know
like
what they're
this.
doing. They know what they're doing. We've been discrediting them the whole game.
I think they're a little bit of the underdogs. They might steal the show.
I think it's a big possibility, and Shaggy's the middle of that.
Yes.
They'll bring them in. I think Shaggy's smart enough also to see Sacagawea is powerful, but if you have her on your side, it's better than not having her on her side. Yeah,
exactly. Now he only has to use 2% of his power again.
And Stifler's mom was probably pissed about Oda May leaving, so she just joined up with Sacagawea to this 5-person alliance. Do we have a name for this alliance, Rosie?
I think we should call it Shaggy and the gang.
The mystery machine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
all of that. If we think it's not, we have two blondes.
They're almost, yeah.
Smart. We'll figure it out. But pretty good alliance right here. I think this is going to run the show.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so tribal council. A lot can go on here. Alan is a safe vote. People see he's isolated, he's angry. Let's just all come together and vote him out. But survivors never like that.
Mhm.
I think that 5 can make a decision and get someone out like Otame because the alliance was all pissed by her actions.
It's true. She was kicked out from the alliance, when Janine and who was it? When Janine and Sacagawea joined up with the others, Oda was left out. And yeah, it's kind of interesting. She might be put out on a limb here.
Yeah. I want to know what Mrs. Kwan's up to. We talked about how she is running the game and she's been really quiet this merch episode.
She has been quiet lately, and I think she's just hanging back. She's not keeping herself in the spotlight. She's just she knows what she's doing. She knows Taiwanese government.
Yeah, she sure does. All right, let's get to the vote. Mrs. Kwan has an idol. Oda has an idol. Sacagawea has an idol. Zero has an idol. She has the vote steal. Stifler's mom has the immunity necklace. That's where we're all at. It's time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Zero uses the tribe hidden immunity idol. Zero felt he needs it.
Okay.
Any votes cast against Zero will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote. Zero does not count. 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 Wendy. It's 1 vote Wendy. 5 votes left. Wendy. That's 2 votes Wendy. Wendy. That's 3 votes Wendy. 7th person voted as survivor characters of our heart and our first member of the jury. Wendy. That's 4. That's enough. 7. That's 0 votes 0. 7 canceled. 0 would have went home. 6 votes Wendy. Wendy, the tribe has spoken.
Well, that was pretty wild. It's kind of interesting how, I guess Zero was just super heartbroken about the loss of his Cleo, and he just couldn't pull himself together.
I think people viewed him as the outsider, but Zero is always a bit smarter than you think he is.
He's always one step ahead. So he played that immunity. I'm sure he's heard some whispers around when he was lurking around in the trees, and he played that immunity idol just knowing. And Wendy was sent home as a result of it, and I'm not sure what Wendy did to deserve that.
I think, Zero knew he was going to play his idol, but he didn't want to cause waves with a big move. So what's another weak move? Let's get out Wendy, then no one's thinking of Zero.
True.
I think that's... So the votes for Zero were Alan, Danny, Doc, Sacagawea, Stifler's mom, Wednesday, and Wendy. Marcia, Mrs. Kwan, Oda, Shaggy, Truman, and Zero. So the alliance actually split up here.
They did split the vote a little bit, and that's kind of interesting. That might cause a rift in our little alliance here.
Yeah, it's either a rift or maybe some thought that Zero might play an idol, so they put a vote on Wendy, but who knows? But we are here at episode 9, top 12. So as we know in this new episode, Kwan has the idol, Oda has the idol, Sacagawea has the idol nullifier, Sacagawea has the vote steal power. We still have this huge loyalty, 8 and 8 between Stifler's mom and Sacagawea, the real girl bosses here. I think this alliance is still they're kind of 5 and 6 loyalty, but I think that they're on the back burner. They still want to work with each other, and it's going to be pretty strong through this portion of the game.
And it's smart for Truman and Marcia to be doing that.
Yeah, they need some security, and they need big shields around them.
Yes, they do.
They're going to go after
shields.
Shaggy and Sacagawea before they come after them.
Yes, and I think those two. It's interesting that they don't have an alliance themselves yet.
Very interesting. All right, a reward challenge. Two sets of teams. We're breaking them up. Group 1 consists of 6 castaways. Group 2 of 6 castaways. And the reward winners are Emmett Brown, Zeroni, Marcia, Otame, Sacagawea, and Truman, and they win a dozen pizzas to be enjoyed at camp. So they're eating in front of the other 6. Alan, Danny, Stifler's mom, Mrs. Kwan, Shaggy, Wednesday.
That would make me fucking pissed.
Yep. I feel bad for Alan the most in this situation, but good for them. You need some pizza to keep you going. And as you can see here with our immunity challenge, Oda wins immunity, and I think she needs it.
Doesn't she have an idol, though?
She does have an idol, but, immunity extends another round, and then she can use her idol in a later round.
True. She might need it. You're very well right.
So this is just a recap. We all know what's happening, but Zero and Sacagawea bond slightly. So he lost his girl, so he finds another.
It's very interesting. It's kind of nice. I kind of like that the two, explorers.
Yes. They probably bond over that.
Yeah, 100%. They both had to go out on their own. Both were forced to go out on their own, and they both survived and made it. So they're both very strong individuals. And I think that's a great bond.
Yes, that's for sure. We still have our big alliance, but Truman, in a shocking turn of events, leaves the alliance, his security in the game. That's crazy. Truman's crazy. But
he is crazy. I think maybe he lost the trust in all of them, and maybe he thinks they're all planted.
He might think that they're all plotting against him and just faking it for him.
Yeah, maybe he thinks there's a show within the show.
That is very meta, but I can see Truman thinking that. And, I think he's a little unhinged, and I'm excited to I think this is the best thing for Truman for a show kind of perspective, because we haven't seen him do anything.
It's true. He's finally stepping up and doing something, and I think maybe it's a good idea.
Will it work? We'll see. Tribal Council. This one's tough to say who's in trouble. Alan was, of course, isolated. Zero made a play. They could go after him again.
They might. I think Alan is definitely out on a limb, as well as Truman for leaving that alliance.
Yeah, I think those are the two that they might vote out. I think if they're going for a safe vote, Wednesday is the pick.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. So this is a summary. It's time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol they'd like to play, now would be the time to do so. Mrs. Kwan uses the Sunset Tribe hidden immunity idol.
She's been a little quiet as of late, so maybe she feels like she's a little bit threatened, and
it's time to play her idol.
She was strong in the beginning, so it would be smart to get her out.
Yeah, I think it's very plausible. Any votes counts again. Mrs. Kwan will not count. This is Kwan with the big idol play. Let's see if it pays off. I'll read the votes. First vote, Doc. It's 1 vote Doc. Truman. That's 1 vote Doc, 1 vote Truman. Truman, that's 2 votes Truman, 1 vote Doc. Doc, that's 2 votes Doc, 2 votes Truman. Doc, that's 3 votes Doc, 2 votes Truman. Doc, that's 4 votes Doc and 2 votes Truman. Doc, that's 5 votes Doc and 2 votes Truman. Doc, that's 6 votes Doc, 2 votes Truman. 8th person voted as survivor characters of our heart, 2nd member of the jury, Doc. 7, that's enough. Doc, the tribe has spoken.
Very interesting. Our lovers weren't bonded as close as we thought.
Yeah, I think, Doc, he had a pretty interesting pre-merge game, and I think he just fizzled out here, and everyone else was looking at well, who's an option that we can vote out? It's not going to ruffle any feathers. Well, Doc hasn't done anything in days.
It's true. There were a couple
people
getting
mad at people too.
Yeah, he's being a little unruly. Maybe he's just not resting well, and maybe it was just his time to go home.
Yeah. So the only 2 votes for Truman were Doc, and who voted with him? Oda. Voted for Truman. She's at the bottom again.
Mm-hmm.
But what's interesting about this tribal is Mrs. Kwan felt very insecure and played her idol, and she didn't need it at all.
Yeah, she wasn't threatened whatsoever. So maybe people will notice that she's feeling a little bit on edge, and she's already used her idol.
Yeah, well, we'll see what proceeds with that. All right, episode 10. And this is the top 11. So we have our top 11. Let's see what happens this episode. The Beverly Hills Tribe hidden immunity idol is currently hidden. Otome has Sacagawea has the idol nullifier. Vote still. She is keeping her cards close to her chest.
Yes, she is. She's really saving onto those for when she needs them, and it's smart.
It is smart. She's a front runner right now.
Definitely.
All right. So we have our strong boss babe woman alliance.
Girl gang.
Girl gang. Absolutely love this. And they're a part of a larger alliance as well with Marsha and Shaggy. Marsha's staying close to Shag, even though Truman left this alliance. But these four, very strong group.
They're pretty strong. I would say 2 out of the 4 are pretty strong. The other 2 are a little bit weaker, but a little bit unstable.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. So we have a reward challenge. 2 groups. Alan, Stifler's mom, Marsha, Truman, Wednesday, Danny, Zeroni, Quan, Rogers, and Otome Brown. Sacagawea does not participate and cannot win reward. She did not get chosen in the schoolyard pick.
Wow.
Interesting. Group 1 wins reward. Alan, Stifler's mom, Marsha, Truman, and Wednesday. And they win a trip to a burger bar complete with beer and soft drinks. I'm happy for Alan. This could be a bonding experience for him.
I'm very happy for Alan. I think he needs something like that to kind of reset after he's had kind of a weak spot in this.
I think also this is an opportunity for Marsha and Truman to talk about what happened.
I agree. I think it could be very interesting.
They lived with each other since day 1.
They've stuck together really close. So maybe he'll talk her out of leaving.
All right. So the immunity challenge, and we have a challenge beast on our hands because Oda wins immunity once again.
She might need it.
Yeah, she's becoming a big threat. I don't know if keep winning immunity is quite the smartest strategy.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yes. Okay. So she still has the hidden immunity idol. Nullifiers. Otome and Sacagawea have a minor disagreement.
Huh.
So Oda did leave the alliance, and I think that's what they're talking about.
She did leave the alliance, and there's probably a little bit of tension left over.
Yes, that's a lasting impact. So the former 2 are gone. They're done.
It's always a sad time when that happens.
But look at this surprising turn of events. Mrs. Quan and Shaggy bond strongly.
I think Mrs. Quan is finally making her move. She sees that this alliance is formed and she wants in.
And she's going to their ringleader, Mr. Shaggy Rogers.
She's going to the
Shaggy loves Mrs. Quan. She's sweet. Her hugs are probably great. She probably smokes a lot of weed.
100%. And he is probably fascinated by the Taiwanese government.
Oh, yeah. He'll zone in on that interest right there. I think it's a great pairing.
I agree.
Final 2, maybe.
Maybe.
And
she joined the alliance along
with Alan.
With Alan.
And Truman's back.
And Oda. This is a different alliance.
This is a different alliance, yeah, because Truman, Marsha, Alan, Quan. So Sacagawea has been left out of this one.
She's been left out of this one along with Stifler's mom. They are on their own.
Wow, that's a turn of events I was not expecting.
That's a little bit scary for our girl Sacagawea.
I want to call this the Crackhead Alliance.
Crackhead Alliance it is.
Yes, because these are all crackheads right here. Look at their faces. All right, let's proceed to Tribal Council. So that new alliance puts a wrench in things. I think Sacagawea might be in trouble here. She needs to play her shit.
I'm very worried for her. I've been rooting for her from the start, and I gotta say, I'm still kind of rooting for her.
Yeah. Mrs. Quan and Alan have made their move in this game. They waited, and I think this is big. Stifler's mom could be collateral damage in this tribal. You haven't heard much of Zeroni or Zuko.
Yeah, Danny's been very quiet the past couple episodes.
He had a strong pre-merge game, and now he's laying low, which could be good in the end game.
And Wednesday, she hasn't been
Wednesday
doing much
is now
anything.
the pink or the purple edit, so she's not getting much content at all. She could be one to bring to the end because no one will vote for her.
True.
All right, so Otome has the hidden immunity idol, all of that stuff. She also has immunity idol. It's time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No one stands. I'll read the votes.
Boy.
First vote, Wednesday. It's 1 vote Wednesday. 0. 1 vote Wednesday, 1 vote 0. Danny, that's 1 vote Danny, 1 vote Wednesday, 1 vote 0. Danny, that's 2 votes Danny, 1 vote Wednesday, 1 vote 0. 0, that's 2 votes Danny, 2 votes 0, 1 vote Wednesday. 0, that's 3 votes 0, 2 votes Danny, 1 vote Wednesday. Wednesday, that's 3 votes 0, 2 votes Danny, 2 votes Wednesday. Danny, that's 3 votes Danny, 3 votes 0, 2 votes Wednesday. 0, that's 4 votes 0, 3 votes Danny, 2 votes Wednesday. And the 9th person voted out of Survivor characters of our heart, and the 3rd member of our jury, 0. That's 5, that's enough. 0, the tribe has spoken.
Damn.
He was definitely an audience pick, the sweetheart of the season.
Yeah, he was. Everybody loved Zero, and it's sad to see him go. But you know what? He will be reunited with Cleo.
Yeah, but she's not part of the jury. He has to stay with the jury people. So
he will be reunited with her after the season's done.
Yes.
I just shipped them. They're my OTP.
Yes, OTP. So 0. So it was the major alliance there, plus Wednesday.
Yeah, big gang.
Marsha did vote for Wednesday out, so maybe Marsha was just jealous of her 70s actress counterpart, competing shows, Addams Family, Brady Bunch.
True. She might be trying to get rid of competition.
Shaggy also voted her. So Marsha and Shaggy seemed really close if they voted together, even though that it could have been anything. But they could have been fearing that 0 would have played the idol again.
True.
So they put a few votes on Wednesday.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case, because they see her slipping through the cracks. Danny got a few votes from the Sacagawea and Stifler's Mom Alliance, who tried to rope in 0.
Mm-hmm.
Just Danny, I think, is a big name. It's not a bad shot, but
no.
They just don't have the numbers.
Yeah, it's just simply a matter of numbers and popularity. And at the moment, Sacagawea and Stifler's Mom just don't have it.
They don't have it.
They've
They're
been
not in.
Yeah, they've been completely betrayed by their alliance.
The Crackhead Alliance.
The Crackhead Alliance.
All right, so let's move on to episode 11, part 1, the top 10. So we all know what's going on here. Sacagawea has the idol nullifier and a vote steal power. Does not have an idol though, but Oda Mae does. They're still strong, but they have no one else, which is very sad.
Actually, they do. They still have Marsha and Shaggy.
Oh yeah, it's a 6 strength alliance, but 6 is better than nothing. 6
is better than 5, which is the Crackhead Alliance.
That is completely right. And you know what's nowhere on this alliance sheet? Danny Zuko.
Danny Zuko is nowhere to be found. He's a lone wolf.
And Wednesday is the other lone wolf.
Yeah.
They're the 2 that are just floating by in the merge here.
And they were voted for last tribal council, so they might be in trouble again.
They might be in trouble. All right, so we have a reward challenge again. We split them up. So it looks like Marsha, Mrs. Kwan, Shaggy, Oda, and Sacagawea win reward. They win a Survivor picnic with wraps and wine and letters from home. That's very sweet.
It must be nice. I'm sure Marsha got tons of letters.
Oh, Marsha got 50 letters. Mrs.
Marsha.
Mrs. Kwan got a letter from the president of Taiwan.
Nice.
Shaggy got a box of Scooby snacks with his mail from the gang back at home.
And a little ink paw print on the box.
Aww. Oda got the ghost of Patrick Swayze to write her a little letter.
What's that?
And Sacagawea, let's hope it wasn't from Lewis and Clark. I don't.
Yeah.
Because they're lost without her completely.
Yeah, they're probably just like, hope us read this map.
Yeah. These 5 will be very upset they did not get letters from home, but they're kind of loners anyways.
Yeah, I'm sure Wednesday is indifferent to it.
Yeah, Truman, no. Stifler's mom, maybe. Jim's dad. Danny, Sandy, that's the one he's missing. He'll have a real emotional episode about that.
For sure.
And then Alan, Bonnie Hunt, probably.
Yeah.
let's proceed. And it looks like Sacagawea wins immunity, potentially the most important immunity challenge she has to win.
Definitely the most important immunity challenge. And I am so pleased to see her win. I'm so excited. I want to see her go to the end.
And if you read this, it says like she's standing on a very narrow perch while holding her handle above her head. If she lets go of the handle, the foot comes off the perch. They're out of this challenge. This challenge was built for her.
It was built for her. It was easy.
Easy.
Cakewalk.
That's what she keeps saying. I can just hear her in the confessionals going easy.
Easy.
Yeah. So she wins immunity, which is needed. Beverly Hills Idols. Truman finds the hidden immunity idol. He was looking for the cameras and he found a hidden immunity idol.
That's crazy. He was a little bit in danger there too.
Yeah, I think he has a chance to mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Oda. Sacagawea has all her advantages. Truman has the hidden immunity idol. Danny and Stifler's mom has a major fight.
Damn, Danny's in trouble. I think he's going home tonight.
Danny's the big, Danny is the end of his line.
I think, yeah.
And
I think
just the fight with Stifler's mom, who is liked,
she is.
just solidifies.
Yeah, and he's started fights with multiple people, so.
All those people went home, though.
It's true.
You have to remember. And Stifler's mom is still aligned with Sacagawea, who has immunity. So the option could be Stifler's mom. I think it's one of these two going home.
I agree.
Has lasting impact. Wednesday is impressing the rest of the team. She's waking up.
That's good. Finally, it's about time that she started doing something.
I mean, the end of the game is in sight.
It is.
And she needs to gain some jury votes if she wants that $1 million.
100%. And she has been a little quiet this whole time.
This whole game. So. Even Marsha and Truman woke up, and Wednesday still hasn't. So
it's nice to see her doing something. I'm curious to see what she has up her sleeve.
Yes, she's probably showing them something very disgusting or something like that.
Yeah, like a dead raccoon.
Yeah, and showing them all how to gut it.
Yes.
That's for sure. Crackhead Alliance, and Oda leaves this alliance as well.
Oh boy.
She's getting premonitions every time. This is not a good vibe, and she just moves on constantly.
Yeah. I wonder what's going to happen to this alliance.
Tribal Council, who do we think is going? I think we already discussed this. It's between Stifler's mom and Danny, right?
I really think it might be Danny.
Yeah, you think it's Danny. Yeah. I can definitely see that.
I don't.
How many more fights can he
exactly win? It's like tiring. Just get him out of here.
Just get him out of here like it's greased lightning. All right, so Otame has an idol. Sacagawea has the idol nullifier. So Steele. Truman has the hidden immunity idol. Sacagawea has the immunity necklace. So she is definitely safe. Anyone else can go home but her.
Yeah.
It's time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Otame uses the tribe hidden immunity idol. You know, I wasn't thinking about this. She won 2 immunities. She's a threat.
She did, and she did leave the alliance, so she's probably feeling a little bit nervous.
Yeah, I'd say it's a safe play for her.
I agree. I think that's a smart play. Oh, she is also psychic.
Yes, she could see it coming.
She knows.
All right, any votes cast against Otame will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote, Otame does not count. 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 Danny. That's 1 vote, Danny. 2 votes left. 10th person voted out of Survivor, characters of our hearts, and the 4th member of our jury, Danny. That's 2. That's enough. Danny, the tribe has spoken.
Wow.
So not in the way we thought, but Oda still took that shot at Danny. She was probably just sick of his shit.
Probably, and who wouldn't be, you know? And I knew that Oda would be in trouble after she left that immunity. And I also knew that Danny would be in trouble causing that fight.
Maybe you're the psychic one.
Maybe I'm the psychic one.
What do you think some Danny's final words would be leaving the tribe?
You don't even get me, man.
You know what, rocking and rolling.
You don't even get me, man.
So the 2 votes, so Danny, Oda, Sacagawea, and Stifler's mom, the original girl boss trio came together. They probably got Oda back.
Yeah.
And said, we need you and you need us.
Yeah.
and they played the idol. It was a big play, and Oda's safe with these three. Got one away from them. Very interesting.
Very well played.
I would say that for sure. All right, episode 11, part 2, the top 9.
Ooh,
The blood is coming.
the blood
It
is
seeping out.
it's in the water. The sharks are on their way.
Sharks. Danny's gone.
Danny's gone.
Our big pre-jury man that was in every episode.
He's gone.
He's gone. All right. So we know all this stuff. They haven't brought Oda officially back, but I think she's going to be voting with her. This is still an alliance, not very strong, but still an alliance.
Yep, they're
And
still in the background.
We have the 5 cracks. I'm going to call
Yeah.
them that.
the
They're
cracked,
all
cracked
loyalty
5.
except the cracked 5. Yeah, Truman's loyalty 6, but the cracked 5, all memories of our childhood. I would say right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so reward challenge, group 1 and group 2. It's an interesting split. Marcia does not participate and cannot win reward. She did not get picked. So she's gonna have a meltdown from this.
I think so too.
She's like, but I'm so pretty.
What do you mean?
Group 1 wins reward. Alan, Mrs. Kwan, Oda, and Truman. These are some what do you call them? Mischievous, the misfits.
The little misfits, yeah.
They win reward, and they have an afternoon cruise and a feast. Can you imagine these 4 on a cruise?
I'd like to be on that cruise.
I would a lot too. All right, so look at this, Rosy. Mrs. Kwan wins immunity.
Let's go, Mrs. Kwan.
She has quite the record. She has the case to win, and we said that at the merge.
Yeah, it's true. She does have the case to win, and it's honestly, it's anyone's game after Danny's gone. It's hard to say.
It is hard to say. So we know all this stuff. Sacagawea has a major meltdown. What happened? Rosy?
No, don't lose it now, girl. I think maybe she's just feeling under so much pressure.
All right, so we have our cracks. Mrs. Kwan, though, is cracked out and
Uh-oh.
leaves the alliance. Do you think she joins Stifler's mom, Sacagawea, Oda May?
She might join the girl gang.
The girl gang. She would be a very big part of the girl gang, I think.
I think so too. She would lead the girl gang.
All right.
No more big government.
No more big government. You're right.
No more big government.
That's what she said when she left the alliance.
No more big government.
Oh, it is crackhead hours, isn't it? All right. We're at tribal council for the final 9. We know of all the powers she might need to use. Truman has the hidden immunity idol. Mrs. Kwan has the immunity necklace. Cannot be voted out tonight. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No one stands. I'll read the votes. First vote, Sacagawea. 1 vote Sacagawea. Oda May. It's 1 vote Oda May, 1 vote Sacagawea. Oda May. That's 2 votes Oda May, 1 vote Sacagawea. Sacagawea. 2 votes Oda May, 2 votes Sacagawea. Oda May, that's 3 votes Oda May, 2 votes Sacagawea. Oda May, that's 4 votes Oda May, 2 votes Sacagawea. Sacagawea, that's 4 votes Oda May, 3 votes Sacagawea, 2 votes left. 11th person voted out of Survivor, characters of our hearts, 5th member of the jury, Oda May. Oda May, the tribe has spoken. I love Oda May.
Love Oda May.
And she played a hell of a game.
She absolutely did. She was eliminated at the start.
Against Sacagawea. Isn't that, it's back and forth again. This is first episode parallels.
Yeah.
And Sacagawea beats her out. I'm so glad Sac survived, though.
I agree. When it's between Oda and Sacagawea, I go for my girl Sacagawea.
Yeah, but Oda May, yep, she didn't see that one coming, I don't think.
Yeah, she sure didn't.
Let's see what the votes were. Sacagawea, Mrs. Kwan tried to vote her out. Oda tried to vote her out, and Wednesday tried to vote it out. So these are the 3 that kind of don't have an alliance.
Yeah.
But everyone else just collectively said, Oda May is going to win this game. She's going to win immunity. She's going to find idols.
Yeah.
It's time to get her out. And that was the shot. I think they needed to take that right there, or else she was going to get to the end.
Yeah, it was a very smart play.
It was a smart play. But now we're at the final 8. What do you think of this gang?
This is a Island of Misfits gang.
Yeah, this is, I think, the most cracked final 8 you can get when I showed you the cast at the beginning of this episode.
I agree. We got 3 blonde hotties,
Mm.
2 edgy braid.
Did you include Mrs.
Braids
Kwan
for
in the
girls.
hot
Shaggy,
blondies? Oh,
Shaggy,
Shaggy.
Janine, and Marcia.
Yeah,
Mrs. Kwan is badass lady,
yeah.
and Alan is homeless man.
Can we talk about, we haven't really talked about this much, but the women are overpowering the men.
Yes, they are.
And we were talking about maybe the men taking over at the start with that Pretty Boy alliance, but now we have Alan, Shaggy, and Truman as the only men left in this game.
It's interesting. The men, their egos just got in the way.
Yes.
A lot of them were fighting.
I would love to see these 5 here come together and be the final 5.
I agree. I think a final 5 of all women would be pretty interesting.
That's very true. All right, let's go on. So we know of everything. We still have our girl bosses.
Mm-hmm.
We have our cracked. This is interesting. This alliance, and then this one, it's just Truman subbing out for Sacagawea.
Yeah. And Alan for Janine.
And Alan for Janine. Yeah. Shaggy and Marcia. Tight.
Yep. And Janine and Sacagawea. Tight.
Yeah. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Janine.
Janine. That's what we'll call them.
Yeah.
Ringo Stars, little Beatles reference here, tethered to another castaway. Each pair needs to make it through the water. It's just a reward challenge. Pair 1, so they're tethered together. Stifler's mom and Truman, Sacagawea and Wednesday, Alan and Shaggy, and Marcia and Mrs. Kwan. Do you think Marcia's pushing Mrs. Kwan like the Cat in the Hat mother pushed her? Like, oh
yes. Oh,
they're not winning this challenge.
Yeah.
If, by the way, if you haven't seen the Cat in the Hat, please watch.
Please watch it.
He's the best character in the film.
Please.
But it looks like Group 1 wins rewards. So we have Stifler, Burbank, Brady, and Parrish. These 4 are pretty strong. And they went to barbecue with their loved one. It's the loved ones challenge.
Oh, very nice.
So Stifler's mom brought her son.
Yes.
Or did she bring Finch, who she slept with?
Oh, I like that idea.
Mm-hmm. Truman, who do you think he brought?
I think Truman brought
maybe someone he met after he left.
Yeah.
Because he kind of said, screw you to everyone in his little world.
I don't know if he would bring anybody.
He could be just a man on himself.
Yeah.
Marcia is bringing Greg. We all know that. And for step siblings, they are pretty close and everyone's concerned.
Yes. Wildly concerned.
Wildly concerned. And I think Alan brought, of course, Bonnie Hunt. Of course. And it's very sweet, the reunion between them two. Just as sweet as the original reunion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So castaways must balance on a narrow perch. The last one standing wins. Alan wins immunity. This one also, I think him and Sacagawea nailed the whole walking on their feet thing.
Yeah, 100%.
And, good for Alan. He hasn't really won much.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that he got the immunity because he's kind of a weak player at the moment. He's a little bit of a target. So
yeah, that's true. It looks like he's wearing the immunity necklace in that picture there.
It's true.
All right, so we know everything that's going on. Sacagawea is impressing the rest of the team.
Uh-oh, she's painting a target now.
Yeah, she's painting the target. Maybe I hope it's in a good way. But it very much, if she's impressing the people, they might say it's time to get her out.
Mm-hmm.
Stifler's mom and Marcia bond strongly.
Oh.
Marcia's kind of extending out her hand a little bit, shaking some hands, saying like, vote for me in the end. And, Stifler's mom has been around and Marcia is very boy crazy. So I think she's teaching her a thing or two about the adult world as she blossoms into a young woman.
Birds and the bees talk.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to have a total girl talk.
Who else but Stifler's mom to give you the birds and the bees talk?
I would want that.
Yeah.
And you know, Stifler's mom, the actress who plays her, was also Jennifer Coolidge. Wasn't she the Bend and Snap girl in Legally Blonde?
Yes.
Bend and Snap.
Yes.
Teaching Marsha
How to bend and snap. That's perfect.
Yeah, the Bend and Snap Alliance.
I love that.
As a lasting impact, Shaggy and Truman have a small fight. What is this fight about?
This fight would be okay. Shaggy got too high, and Truman started talking about his experience on his other television show, and Shaggy got into it with him about how if you keep thinking your whole life is a TV show, man, then your ego's gonna get too big, man, and you're gonna think everything's surrounded about you, man, and that just ain't true, dude. You gotta let that go. And Truman's gonna be like, you don't even know what you're talking about, and you're high on the reefer.
Yeah,
And
you found that Fiji Island reefer.
Yeah, and Shaggy's gonna be like, you don't know what you're talking about, man, and you need to be high on the reefer because your brain is so freaking paranoid, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just a small fight, but I think that's probably how it went down. I would say.
I agree.
All right, so we have this alliance, but Shaggy decides to leave it. I think he got jealous of Marsha extending her hand out to Stifler's mom.
I think so too, and
the fight with Truman.
Maybe the small fight led to him leaving the alliance.
We'll see if that affects his game. I think Shaggy needed to stay put, and he could be in danger now.
I think he put himself out on the plank a little bit.
All right, so the final 8. Sacagawea has the idol nullifier. Sacagawea has the vote steal power. Truman has the Beverly Hills Tribe immunity idol. Alan has the immunity necklace. It's time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and they like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No one stands. I'll read the vote. First vote, Mrs. Kwan. Sacagawea. 1 vote, Mrs. Kwan. 1 vote, Sacagawea. Mrs. Kwan, that's 2 votes, Mrs. Kwan. 1 vote, Sacagawea. Mrs. Kwan, that's 3 votes, Mrs. Kwan. 1 vote, Sacagawea. Sacagawea, 3 votes, Mrs. Kwan. 2 votes, Sacagawea. Mrs. Kwan, that's 4 votes, Mrs. Kwan. 2 votes, Sacagawea. 12th person voted out of Survivor, characters of our hearts, and the 6th member of our jury, Mrs. Kwan. That's 5. That's enough. Mrs. Kwan, the tribe has spoken. This was a tough one. I feel like she had a good game at the start. She slowed down a little bit, and she took some risks in the last few.
She did. She did what she could. I think the final nail in the coffin for her was leaving that alliance, though.
She needed big government to survive.
She needed big government at the end of the day.
But we know that Mrs. Kwan was a little angel. She
is always a little angel.
And she was the true babysitter. Everyone called her the babysitter of the tribe.
She is the babysitter.
She's a babysitter. She's not a baby leaver,
You pay this woman to sit on babies? That's disgusting. I'll do it for nothing.
Again, please watch the cat, Matt. All right, so Alan voted for Mrs. Kwan. Stifler's mom voted for Mrs. Kwan. Marsha voted for Mrs. Kwan. Mrs. Kwan voted for Sacagawea, and Shaggy voted for... Yeah, Shaggy's on the bottom now. Shaggy, that was a big mistake, I think.
Huge
mistake. I think he might see her as a big threat, but he needed to stay in that alliance.
It was his last hope.
Shaggy is now at the bottom. That's for sure. All right, episode 13. This is the episode before the finale, and the last episode before we see you next week for the finale. So let's see who is the heartbreaker. They always call it the penultimate boot to the finale that just doesn't make it. All right, let's proceed. So we know all this. Still strong girl alliance.
Okay.
The 4 cracks. Kind of strong, not really. But the stronger one is this new one between Marsha, Truman. They've been together since the start, and Alan. So Alan is finally finding his footing in this game in the merge portion of the game. Very happy for Alan.
Me
for
too.
Finding these misfits.
I'm glad to see him going towards the final.
Yes, let's see if he can survive it. So Truman wins reward, and he shares it with Marsha and Alan. Rosy, is that a little revealing to the others?
It's a little bit revealing to the others. That's very revealing to the others, and I think that kind of paints a target on all three of them.
All three of them, yeah. And so close to the finale, I don't know if that's smart, but
Yeah.
Truman doesn't have friends, and I think he found them in Marcia and Alan. So if he wants to share a helicopter ride to the Malama Lama Beach, I'm sorry for that mispronunciation, he's gonna take it because he found some true friends, and Alan is kind of in the same situation as Truman.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet.
Yeah, I don't mean, young pretty girl. Immunity challenge. Oh, we have an immunity train coming with Alan winning immunity.
Let's go, Alan.
The ball falls. It's the one where they have the plate and 3 balls, and if any of the balls fall off, they're out. Alan is steady as hell.
He's got the hands of a surgeon.
Hands of a surgeon, wins immunity. Alan is guaranteed to go to the final episode.
Let's
which is
go.
very exciting.
I'm so excited. I
so
kind
excited
of
for
would have
him.
liked to see Sacagawea win, but
Yeah.
ah,
We'll see what happens. She still has some advantages.
true.
Okay. So Marcia and Shaggy have a major fight.
Oh no, Shaggy's out.
Shaggy is done.
I think Shaggy's out.
Shaggy was just like, why don't you come with me on this alliance? I'm so pissed off, and he's actually getting heated. And Marcia's just like, sure, Shaggy.
Sure, Shaggy.
You were with me from the start. Sure, Shaggy.
Sure, Shaggy.
I don't fuck my dog. Sure, Shaggy.
Sure, Shaggy.
And that's all the major fight is about. All right, let's proceed.
Creating imaginary arguments.
That's why I love the simulator so much. Okay, tribal council. So as I think we mentioned before, the ones that I think are in trouble are Shaggy and Sacagawea.
I agree.
Wednesday's again quiet.
Very quiet.
But doing things in the background.
All quiet on the Wednesday front.
Wednesday evening, as you might call it. I think I'm uploading these on Wednesdays, so
Oh, nice.
that's an omen. Okay, so Sacagawea has the idol nullifier. She has the vote steal power. Truman has a hidden immunity idol. Alan has the immunity necklace. It is time to vote. This is a big vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No one stands. I'll read the vote. First vote. Truman. It's 1 vote Truman. Wednesday. That's 1 vote Truman, 1 vote Wednesday. Sacagawea. 1 vote Sacagawea, 1 vote Truman, 1 vote Wednesday. Sacagawea. 2 votes Sacagawea, 1 vote Truman, 1 vote Wednesday. Truman. 2 votes Sacagawea, 2 votes Truman, 1 vote Wednesday. Truman, that's 3 votes Truman, 2 votes Sacagawea, 1 vote Wednesday, 1 vote left. Sacagawea, final vote count was 3 and 3 for Sacagawea and Truman, 1 vote Wednesday. We are tied again right before the finale. This is insane.
This is crazy.
So we have to do a tie and a revote. This is the tie. If those in the tie will not revote unless no one receives vote from the original vote. All right. First vote of the revote. Truman. 1 vote Truman. Sacagawea. 1 vote Sacagawea, 1 vote Truman. Sacagawea. 2 votes Sacagawea, 1 vote Truman. Truman. That's 2 votes apiece. 1 vote left. 13th person voted out a survivor, characters of our hearts, and the 7th member of the jury. Truman. Truman, the tribe has spoken. Where did that come from?
He had the immunity idol and he should have played it.
He should have played it. He felt too comfortable.
He really did. And you know what? I gotta say, the relief I just felt. God damn it.
God damn.
I want her to win.
Shaggy changed his vote to Truman, but he's the one that voted for Wednesday initially. Shaggy doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
No,
when he had a chance to get Truman out after that fight, he got him.
Yeah, he did. Maybe he put the date on the paper by accident.
The date on the paper. Okay, so Sacagawea, the votes for her were Truman, Marcia, and Alan. So that little alliance, I don't fault them for voting her. she's the biggest threat in the game.
Yeah, I agree.
But good try on their part. But the other alliance that's true voted out Truman.
Yep.
And Wednesday also tagged along in that vote. She's smarter than we think.
She is. She's doing things behind the scenes.
Very much so.
Mhm.
All right. That's it for the jury episode. We're heading in to the finale.
Next week on Survivor.
We are here at the finale. Rosie, how are you feeling about this top 6?
I'm feeling nervous.
Leah. But Marcia leaves the alliance. Think she got tight with her sister Wednesday.
I think so.
And Alan. Unpredictable Wednesday.
She's crazy.
She is. She just wants to watch the world burn. What are you doing? You had immunity. The 10th vote, and the winner is